Welcome back, friends, to episode 3 of Threat Hunting, a hands-on introduction. We're going to take a look at discount rack or secondhand store. Okay, so for all of you that love to go clothes shopping and you like to hunt for the best thing, you got to pick where you're going to go sometimes, right? So that's where that title came from. All right. All right, so again, we are going to be looking at anomalies, TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedures, and indicators of compromise. Oh my. So, a quick briefing of what those are. An anomaly is something that is out of the ordinary, it's unexpected, and it's rare. All right. Techniques, tactics, and procedures are kind of self-explanatory, but we'll dive into them. IOCs are things that other researchers or other people in the field that maybe have a great skill set or access to a huge quantity of data have put together. It's wonderful. It's great. Totally blending right there. All right, so when we look for anomalies, we make our anomaly hunts. Okay, we're going to look for outliers. Those could be networking protocols. Maybe no one in your office or company uses FTP anymore. I really hope that's true. And all of a sudden you see it pop up. Maybe you've got different volumes of protocols. You know, maybe everything's pretty relaxed on a SMB, but then all of a sudden it spikes to a huge jump one day. Okay. Destinations. Maybe you're a small local company that only operates in your state or your country or your town. And all of a sudden you see traffic to an entirely different continent that's out of the ordinary. Could be something to look for. Okay, binaries and endpoint stuff. Anomalies can be in binaries. Okay, binaries are programs. Okay, they could have bizarre names. They could be using exotic packers, and packers are a way to kind of protect intellectual property for programmers or hide what malicious programs are doing. And it could be strange file types. Do you really see that many HTA files? You know, do you see a lot of DICOM files? Those kinds of things. Also, anomalies can be parent-child processes. Should calculator be talking to the internet? Probably not. Should every time you open Windows Explorer, should it also launch 5 PowerShell windows? Probably not. Okay. So one thing to point out is with anomalies, you have to know your environment first, because I tell you what, everything an admin does that you're not familiar with will look evil at first. An example, right? Gosh, that's a PowerShell command. Yeah, I'd look into it. Okay, some examples. Strange SMTP traffic. With a lot of these keylogger stealers like Predator, a lot of their exfil is over SMTP, right? Not even encrypted most of the time. That can be something to look for. Again, we talked about parent processes with PowerShell. You know, what usually starts PowerShell and what is usually started by PowerShell can help you find anomalies. Okay, now let's look at tactics, techniques, and procedures. All right, so let's look at Trickbot. Again, this example is from June of 2019, and Trickbot is incredibly versatile and always being updated, but in this particular time, these were some things that were familiar about it. The file names, the malicious file names that downloaded were very specific. They were usually executables hiding as PNG files. At a time, it would try to disable certain scanning, right, by Defender, okay? Its post traffic was very specific. You know, it posted and had directories 81 and 83 based on what module had been downloaded, and sometimes the port. So this was a hypothesis that worked really well for catching Trickbot, and we could build off of it. All right, here's kind of a behavioral view of Trickbot as it goes off. Oh, I know, it's super small. Let me see if I can get us a better view. Oh, that's the scary PowerShell technique. Love it. All right, let's go to, let's see if this is my one. No, it's good old Emotet. Let's try this one. Yeah, this is Hawkeye, but anyways, same kind of idea. You're seeing strange things being, oh, I don't know, run a little bit. Hawkeye was pretty sneaky. But going back to here, this is the PNG file, and it's running a whole bunch of command lines, and each one is trying to disable a different type of antivirus endpoint protection. So, all right, IOC hunting. All right, this is knowledge that is already there, okay, and you can find it. You can go to online communities, URL house.abuse. Amazing. News, bleeping computer, tons of news sources always popping up. More people are doing stuff. Twitter, some great people post wonderful information on Twitter. This is James in the Box. There's also Cryptolamus, which is phenomenal. Whoever you are, thank you so much for your hard work, especially around Emotet. And then specific researchers, broad analysis, amazing site. Check it out. It's incredible. Malware traffic analysis. So all of these will have indicators of compromise that you can hunt for. Now, that being said, we'll dive into which are good ones to look for your environment. And also you need to know that sometimes information gets posted that hasn't been vetted. It happens. It's mistakes. Sometimes someone will accidentally leave google.com as an indicator, right? Ooh, talk about false positive fiascos. So, and that leads us into sharing is caring. You know, when you find cool stuff, if you can find some way to give back to the community in some way, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos, because I want to give back so everyone can get better at this and we can all protect each other more. Yeah, a lot of people who make malware, they have they have kind of a community. So anyway, sharing is caring. When you find stuff, find a way to advertise it in the right way. You know, obviously, if you're working for a company, you don't want to give away information, those kinds of things. Okay, so brief overview of our anomalies, TTPs and IOCs, and what those hunts could look like. Some things to point out. Anomaly hunts are really good at detecting new variants of malware, and they usually require a lot of tuning. And we'll look at that too. Great. Can't wait for you to watch the next video.